Sometimes I worry about telling that joke, like what if there's some Trump supporters in the audience? I mean, they're mostly jokes.
Gas station.
I'm sorry, what?
You haven't been to a gas station.
I have been to a place where you're supposed to shut the up when people telling jokes.
Comedian Jarrett Berenstein is dumbfounded by what he just heard from a MAGA heckler.
Wait, what the does that even mean? I don't even know where it was in my joke where you haven't been to a gas station works as a response.
We're excited about Biden
being elected.
Right.
Okay.
He thinks that Biden...
Oh no, I don't need two people. Thank you very much. So you think that the people at gas stations are not excited about Biden? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying anybody buying gas should not be excited.
Okay, well, there's at least one Trump supporter in the audience. Which is funny because they're mostly a Joe right now.
So I think this is a fun exercise when assessing fuel prices, for example.
We'll see how that all turns out, but it's got to be a fair deal.
When does it become the Trump economy?
It partially is right now, and I really mean this. I think the good parts are the Trump economy, and the bad parts are the Biden economy.
Objectively funny if you heard it from Grandpa in the old folks' home, not when it's the President of the United States. On the fuel front, maybe this supporter of Donald Trump was onto something. After all, with a recession likely hitting because of the man himself, writes Taryn Phaneuf, the decline in oil prices came after President Donald Trump announced new tariffs that could upend global trade. That seems to have increased investors' fears that the economic impact of a trade war will dampen demand for fuel and other energy products. In 2021 and 2022, gas prices would surge amidst economic disruptions, largely caused by the COVID-19 pandemic and also because of Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine. Because of these factors, gas prices remain 15% higher than they were just 6 years ago. NBC News printed, in a troubling sign, the U.S. economy shrank in the first quarter of 2025 at an annualized rate of 0.3 percentage point, marking the first negative growth since the first quarter of 2022. Much of that was driven by a surge in imports, which count against gross domestic product, as businesses raced to bring in goods before Trump's tariffs took effect. And in that NBC interview, he was rather open to financial instability. Anything can happen, he said of a looming recession on the American public. Not exactly a heartwarming answer, wrote The Hill. With Trump's tariffs looming over the global economy, the U.S. gross domestic product, or GDP, shrank during the first quarter by 0.3%. Some of the biggest titans and analysts on Wall Street have cautioned that the U.S. could head into a recession due to the president's sweeping trade policies. So when looking at these clips, okay, what I've noticed is the confidence and audacity in a lot of these people who go to comedy shows. Look, there's nothing to do on a Wednesday night, a Friday night, whatever. Yeah, let's go to a local comedy show. And when they see something that they disagree with, what I've noticed is they don't want to comprehend what the person on stage is saying. What they want to do is verbally box with this person when they are not even an amateur. They are not even a Golden Gloves entrant. They are on the sidelines, and you are dealing with a professional heavyweight. One thing that stands out to me is how Berenstein hears it from another person in the audience, immediately shuts it down. It's very important that he does this. Why? Because you don't, depending on your style, you don't want multiple people coming at you at once. You want to address the contrarian at hand, and he did brilliantly, may I add. And the thing that also sticks out to me is the fact that he started off with a gas station, and one would wrongfully think that, oh, are you saying Trump supporters hang out at gas stations or they work at gas stations? What are you talking about? And then he starts going into gas prices, which, as we have established, are a sign of the times and how we all are going to pay for the person that they quite literally pray to on election night. Do we remember what happened out of Maricopa County and other counties within the U.S.? There were people on their hands and knees praying to a Trump photo. That is why, and I've talked about it many times, where do we draw the line of like trying to reach a person who is potentially in the cult and then just saying, you know what, I'll just go kick rocks. I'm done. I really don't know. But the confidence, the sheer confidence in being so wrong on so many different things, interrupting a comedian's set in order to think that they really said something that's going to stand out, that's really going to change people's minds in that room if they haven't already. One clip that I think everybody should go back and look at is when comedian Steve Hofstetter, excuse me, who goes on tour with Jarrett Berenstein, who, by the way, Steve Hofstetter, I had on my podcast as well, The Rick Strom Show, that you all should go check out. He talked about how Berenstein is like his dude, man. He talks about the bond that they have, how he and other comedians help Steve through a really difficult time. And in addition, how Berenstein held his own here, but also how Hofstetter holds his own, if you want to search on demand, by hearing out Trump supporters and then dismantling their arguments piece by piece. And it's vital to hear, because you know what, maybe he won't change their minds, but if there's anybody in the crowd who might have thought that an audience member who heckles somebody like Steve Hofstetter is making a point, he can quickly disarm it and then show you as a reflection why you are wrong. In that clip, there was a Trump supporter who said, yeah, but I don't think it makes me a hateful person on voting for Donald Trump. I have trans friends. I have gay family members, blah, blah, blah. And they use the I'm friends with a da-da-da. And he shows why that is hurtful rhetoric, including to the people that she voted against, who she claims that she loves, befriends, and has not only communications, but a kinship with. It's devastating. So here's my piece of advice to anybody that's going to these shows. Shut up. You are not the stage. You are looking at it. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day. Calling out elite people in comedy should be the rule of thumb.
I think Donald Trump's hair is actually another creature.
Yeah.
The hair's like going, good night, Donald. Good night, Donald. Here we go.
Maybe it goes out. It goes out and makes money while he's asleep.
There is something about punching down that feels taboo, and punching up is the way to go.
Crack's not really my thing, but if it was, it would be fine if I was on that side.
Wow.
Don Jr.'s on coke.
We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated.
I'm a very stable genius.
It is very important, the work that the Jordan Kleppers are doing, the work that the Good Liars are doing, the work that our team here at the Turks are doing, and many more.
Used to see these tackles, now they tackle. Oh, head-on-head collision. Bing, flag, footballs become soft.
You have Trump doing sound effects for tackles. The choice could not be more clear. Like, let's not beat around the bush about it.